Let's do that first. You guys have questions in the homework? 41. What's 41 say? X squared over 75. Ooh, I like that one. All right, so 41 says x squared over 75 plus 4y over 25 is equal to 0. Step one, what is this?
Circle.
It's not a circle. It's not a circle.
There's only one square root.
There's only one squared, which means it must be a parabola. So in order to be a parabola, so in order to graph the parabola, we have to put it in standard form, which means what do we have to get by itself? Nope, the variable that is squared. So in this case, the x here. We got x squared by itself. So first thing I would do, subtract that whole fraction to the other side, so it would be negative 4y over 25. And then how do you get rid of divide by 75? We're going to times by 75. So we end up with x squared is equal to, what is 75 divided by 25? 3 times 4? 12. So we get it in standard form. Which means what do we do once we get it in standard form? We take that 4p and we set it equal to our negative 12. So p is equal to negative 3. So what direction is this parabola going to go? Up, down, right, or left? X is squared, so up or down. P is negative, so we go down. There's our focus point down here at 0, negative 3. We go up 3. There's our horizontal directrix, so y equals positive 3. And we got a semi-fat parabola going down. In all reality, if you can do questions 36 through 44 on this homework assignment, and you think those questions are fairly easy, I would say you're going to do pretty well on the quiz tomorrow. Because that really is basically what the quiz is on. That's half of what the quiz is on right there, just those questions. There's going to be some circles, some parabolas, some ellipses, where you got to graph and label all the parts. If you can do that, you're in good shape. So anything else, especially out of that section? 37. Okay. So we got 25x squared plus 81 y squared is equal to 2025. Step one, what is this thing? How do you know it's an ellipse? But circle, they're both squared. Circle, they're also both plus. So what's significant about this that makes it an ellipse? They're different. The fact that these two coefficients are different means I'm going to end up going a different distance right and left than I will up and down, which is going to create that ellipse. So since it's an ellipse, we've got to get this side equal to 1. So we have to divide by 2025, right? And then you got to reduce these fractions. And be careful, because this book does like to do this kind of stuff, where, what do you think 25 times 81 is? It's 2025, which means this is going to reduce into x squared over 81, so that number kind of comes over here, and this is going to reduce to y squared over 25. And the reason I say be careful with this is the book likes to do this on like 7 or 8 problems in a row, and then the 9th question looks just like this, but it doesn't reduce like that. So just be careful with that. All right, so what does that mean about my ellipse? So let's say we go, so it's x squared over 81, y squared over 25. How far right and left? 9. One. And then up and down. Up and down 5. So there's our ellipse. So we got to label our vertices. Which ones are our vertices? The 9s, so that'd be plus and minus 9, 0. Our co-vertices would be the 5s, so that's 0 plus and minus 5. Then we got to find our foci, so we got to do c squared equals a squared minus b squared, so we're going to do 81 minus 25. 81 minus 25 is 56. So square root of 56, decimal wise, is like 7.5-ish. So somewhere in here, and then simplified, what's half a, so that'll be 2 and 28, 2 and 4, so that'll be 2 root 14. So which way? We went right and left, so our foci would be at plus and minus 2 root 14, 0. Make sure we can get to here. Good with those? Anything else from this homework assignment? Story problems or, oops. Yep, that's why I need a new one every couple of years. Anything at all? 48 or 50 or finding the equations? Because there's basically going to be 6 types of questions on this test. We've got 3 different conic sections, ellipses, parabolas, circles. There's going to be half of your test is here's the equation, draw the graph, label your parts. Any of the 3 conic sections. The other half of it will be the ones where I give you parts, you got to find the equations. So if you can do those 6 types of questions, you're in good shape.
I think you should do
50? What's 50? Oh, that's the one with the healthcare thing? The lithotripter, whatever. Uses shock waves to break apart kidney stones, gallstones, blah, blah, blah. So what do they give us, basically? We have this ellipse that looks like this, right? And they tell us the distance from here to here, don't they? The distance from there to there is 28. And they give us the distance vertical, which is, what, 16? Think of it in terms of putting it on a set of axes. How far right and left are you going? Like, what are the coordinates of this point right here? It's not 28, it's 14. And how far up and down are we going? Like, what are the coordinates of that point right there? It'd be 8, wouldn't it? Because the whole, it's got to be 16 from here to here. So the equation, x squared over plus y squared over, the number under the y is going to be 8 squared or 64. What's the number under the x going to be? 14 squared, which is what, 196, I think? And there's your equation. Huh?
How far apart are the foci?
Oh, how far apart are the foci? Okay, so you have to do that first, because how are you going to find the foci? You got to use your c squared equals a squared minus b squared. So 196 minus 64. What's 196 minus 64? 132. So c is going to be the square root of 132, which means This will be over here at positive square root of 132. This will be back here at negative square root of 132. So how do you find the distance between here and here? Times that by 2. So, I mean, you can probably simplify that a hair. You know. Yeah. Anything else? And there's a good chance there's going to be a question similar to this on the quiz. Because this goes back to my retirement plan. My retirement plan is I'm going to open a bar in, I'm going to open it up in Vegas. And it's called the Algebra Bar. Yep. You're going to be walking around Vegas one day. I'm thinking Vegas because, you know, there's lots of people there. I might do it around MIT and just make it like a college bar kind of thing, but
You can't go to Vegas, that's where they have the National Bartenders Competition. You'll get shown up by a lot of good bartenders.
oh, I bartended in college. I'm good, man.
Unless you're like national level.
So this is my sign that I'm going to hang outside, right? And obviously, what shape is the sign going to be? Huh? It's going to be an ellipse, obviously. But you got to be able to find the equation of that ellipse in order to get the discount at the bar, kind of thing. So how do you get the equation? Well, the sign itself is going to be like 8 feet across, and it's going to be, let's say, I don't know, we'll say 4 feet tall.
If you want to do that, you should probably go to a dumb college, kind of like the
Yeah, I'm okay with, you know, giving a discount because you give a discount and then you get more business and repeat business and, you know.
Yeah, but
But are
Yeah.
the math majors really going to be going to a bar? They've got to calculate this.
Oh, you gotta have. Math majors are crazy because they, you know, they gotta blow off steam. They're like it's like their brains are so fried. Like I gotta go blow off steam.
I was
So-
gonna say he has experience in that. He's an athlete.
So what number goes here?
You know what's going to happen? One person's going to find
And then they're
the
gonna tell
distance
that.
to the entire room. And then it's just going to be like, if you
That's
go
okay.
to go there.
It's all right. I'll just overprice my drinks, and then when they get the discount, it's normal price. Like, that's just business.
Discount, but if the drinks are double, they're just paying the normal.
Or
Yeah, exactly.
you just get those trick glasses where like it's the same size as the regular glass. It just looks bigger because it's smaller.
Right. It's a little skinnier. Yeah. All right. So what's the number that goes under the x? Why 16? Because you got to think, what are the coordinates of this point? That point would be 4, right? So we're going 4 right and left, and then up and down, we're actually only going 2, so that would be 4. So there's your equation. Simple enough? Don't be surprised if there's a quiz question like that. Don't put, the common mistake is to put like 64 here, not 64.
See, you have the algebra bar, right?
Yeah.
But what about the trig tavern?
That's a side, you know, like every bar there's like different areas within the bar. So there's going to be like a trig tavern area of the bar, and then right. And there's going to
Triangles.
you know, and then there's going to be like maybe a food station like of the Calcubar, you know, it's going to be, yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking more of like the buffet, so it's going to be like a Calcula buffet.
You should come up with like,
Calcafe.
you should come up with a really hard.
Calculus
problem.
continental breakfast.
You should come up with like a really hard math problem, and anyone who can solve it.
Just put one of the unsolvable math problems.
Right.
Be like, you can solve this, you get half off. Or you get 100.
Well, I was thinking like the menus, they're not going to have any price on there.
Oh my god, you're gonna have to add it.
Well, there's going to be like little calculations similar to my clock where, you know, if you want, it might just be like 6 times 2 is 12. Well, that's how much this steak is 6 times 2. You know, so every price is going to be a different equation.
Yeah, you never really find me in there.
Yeah.
Easy
It's like those like infomercials where they're
Right.
like, for 9 easy payments of $99.99.
All right. Anything else? Question for the quiz for tomorrow? No. We good? Circles, ellipses, and parabolas. Be able to find the equation. What are the things you got to label for a parabola? Focus point, directrix. Don't be surprised if I do like a line of symmetry kind of thing for those. But that's not a big deal. X-axis or y-axis. Circles, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. What's the only thing you got to label? Radius. Make sure you simplify your radicals, that's all. And then ellipses, vertices, covertices, foci. We good? All right.